Good morning, good evening, depends where you are. I'm Irene Wong, owner for ballroom dance shop called Everything Ballroom. I'm also a poem dancer for 17 years. I'm your host for today's YouTube channel, Everything Ballroom. One of our goal is to share the amazing ballroom industry to people that new to this industry. The other goal is to help poem dancers to speed up their winning journey. So I hope you like what we do and give us thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, Everything Ballroom. And today our guest is someone a lot of our ballroom dancers love, and she is 11-time U.S. professional Latin champions, owner for Brooklyn Dance Sport Clubs, and event organizer for New York Dance Festival, which is coming up soon, adjudicator, and much more. And I'm sure you can't wait to ask her questions and learn from her. So without further ado, let's welcome our guest, Maria Manusova. Welcome, Maria.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you, thank you. So, thank you for joining us during the holidays. Actually, holidays coming up. Let's start warming up by asking you this: what bring you joy during the holiday season?
What brings me joy is, appreciating every moment, being thankful for my family, for the work, for the career, for all the wonderful things that life has to offer. And I think it's very important to be in the moment. I think holidays just put us in the moment. So this is quite important. So that what brings me joy, spending time with the people I love.
Thank you. I think that's most of us too. So I'm going to meet with my kids and soon. So the next question will be, what were the number one important things to remind competitor like us, pro am dancers, in order to become a champion?
I think we all start dancing for different reasons. And quite often I feel that people say, well, we didn't start dancing as early as somebody else did. I think dancing, why dancing at what we do is so special and it's so amazing that it's the type of activity, ballroom dancing, that allows you to dance for different reasons. So we all start to dance because we like to move. So we love to move to the music. Yes. So as young kids, we're brought to dance by our parents, not by our choice. It's by their choice because they loved it. What they loved about it is they loved moving to the music. So they bring their kids in. Those who enjoy this process stay in. Those who don't enjoy the process, they leave. And I think that, as a pro-am competitors, people gravitate toward this because they like moving, they like the music, and that brings them joy. They all do it for different reasons. Some do it because it gives them an opportunity to kind of get out of their head and into their bodies and get away from the daily stress or the daily routine of their lives. Some people do it because this is something they've always wanted to do as kids or as youngsters, but they kind of never got a chance to do it. So I think this is what's wonderful, and it's important that at the end of the day, underlining message, we all love moving to the music and we love our community because we all love the same thing.
I think what I trying to summarize is basically so as pro am dancers, if we focus on the joy of movement instead of winning, that will keep us in the game and continue to it. So just like me, I would say I'm gonna dance until I die. I'm
I
not
mean,
never.
I don't think when initially people start something that their first thought is I want to win, because then it's not a good place to start with. Yes, it is something that you might want to achieve, but what you like is doing it, because then the journey of achieving your goal is much gives you much more pleasure. If it gives you more pleasure, you're more likely to stay in it. If you're right away, just focus on the end result, along the journey, there will be bumps where you maybe don't win or don't achieve. And winning is different for everybody, because for somebody, winning is dancing on time. For somebody, winning is to remember their choreography. For somebody, winning is going from one style to another. For somebody, winning is going from closed to open. For somebody, winning is making it into the final. For somebody, winning is only first place. So you have to understand what winning means to you. And you have to still understand that the journey to that end point, whatever winning means to you, is what you have to enjoy the process. Because if you don't enjoy the process, if you don't stay in the moment, it's a very short term thing. And when the first disappointment comes in, you'll most likely not want to do it anymore.
Exactly. I think that is really, really important to us to remember that, because I hear and see so many of my fellow dancers just quit because of that. So I hope this is really, really great summary. So what is, during the years of, your experience, right? You have been dancing for so long. So how do you see the Latin dancing, which is your specialized set, changing throughout the years? So we all have good and bad. So do you see what do you see the maybe one good and one bad for the journey that you have seen in the ballroom dance in the
Um,
dance world?
it's very difficult to pinpoint one good or one bad, because anything has, his its advantages or its disadvantages. I honestly don't see anything bad. I only see the good. This is why I stay in it. And whatever the bad is, the good overweighs it. I think dancing is amazing. It has evolved a lot. I think it started off from something that is a bit more social, that people do it socially, that they dance. Like, dancing has always been around. It's something that teaches you culture of movement, how to, dancing is great. It's a form of nonverbal communication. Competitive dancing has evolved over the years because the level has become much higher. I feel across everything, and I think especially in the pro-am industry, the dancing is an extremely high level. It starts off as social dancing, and then people who love it, they turn into competitors. They have amazing physiques. They take care of their bodies. They're stronger. They have beautiful costumes, and you are, of course, know all about it. Their hair, their makeup. They basically train as professionals, and because of this, the level is amazing right now. The level of dancing is extremely high. So I think all these things are attributes. If we're looking for negatives, we can always find the negatives, and they're always there. And I hear people, talk about how subjective our sport is. It's not fair. It's subjective, and sometimes maybe not the best dancer wins, and it's based on luck, opinion. So the subjectivity, I would say, is the only thing that is, I would consider, is negative about our sport. But again, that's if I had to choose it. But if you, again, love it enough, and if you kind of are always trying to be the best you can be, even that can be overcome. And I think the organizers are doing a great job with, having larger panels, judging panels, and there's a lot of competitions to choose from. So you can kind of tailor it to your own desires. But I would say that the level is high, and it's increasing because the people across the board are taking care of their bodies more. They're dressed, they're groomed, they're treating it a little bit more professional, they're putting more time, so everything is improving. And the negative part could be, if we have to find one, would be that one.
So for magically, if you can, Christmas season, you can, do a magic wand, what will you change to make that negativity go away? Or is there anything that we can do to, in the ideal world, to make it better?
I don't think there's one solution because our lives are changing with I think the one thing I would like to stress, because in the daily lives that we have, the how immediate we get things has really progressed, right? Like if we want something immediately, we can just go online and order it. It was never like this before. If we really wanted something, it took us time. We had to plan, see where we can get it, physically go see if it's available. So because of the, how easily things happen right now, I find a misconception that dancing is easy and it's fast. And because they see that somebody else is posting something or talking about it and they get it, we might feel that, discouraged, or we think we want things faster. So I think with the technology, what is great is because we have much more access to things. We can see dancing more. We can have maybe exposure, like we're having a conversation now, maybe some classes, on Zoom rather than traveling. But what it also does, it creates is immediate that things should work like this. That if I want to be a champion, it's easy and it's done like this. It's not. Everything takes time. It has to be part of your daily routine. You have to enjoy the process. Nothing is immediate. So I know it's not something we can take away because the life is changing. But I think that the social media and this feeling of I want it now right away just because I saw somebody else do it and it looks easy. It's not. So there's nothing we can do about this because this is a way of our life at the moment, but we have to take this into consideration as well.
I really appreciate what you just said, and actually not just for the ballroom dancing world, I think it's for the whole entire world. And then people have expectation, and then people, I call it, become a little bit arrogant, especially in our ballroom dance world. I do believe that most of our competitor, they are quite successful people. So it is not, they have the resources to be in this business, so they tend to be already went through a lot of success when they come in. That's my finding, right? They already feel I can be very quickly to become successful as well. With that expectation, I think that make a lot of people expect, I need to win very quickly. So I think that we need to, put ourselves back. It's very humbling experience because I went through this, right? I'm 17 years in that. Now I feel like it is a super humbling experience to realize that I'm not always good at everything. You cannot just be successful in everything. If I'm a doctor, I'm very successful in my doctorate, but you take your whole life become there, and then now you're dancing for a couple years and you want to be a champion, right? So I think
Exactly. It
this.
takes time. It takes time, and it's okay to have the ups and downs. But as long as you understand why you're doing it and you enjoy the daily process of it, you will eventually get to where you want to be. But you have to enjoy being in that particular moment. And that brings us back to the holidays. What do we enjoy? We enjoy being in this particular moment. So we have to, because always, as competitive dancers, it doesn't matter what level you're dancing, you're always getting ready for next competition, next showcase, next performance. And in this next, we're forgetting that in order for us to get from point A to point B, we have to take the little steps so the leap doesn't feel overwhelming. And that every little step is something that you have to enjoy.
Yeah, I think that's so important. We need to enjoy it and also set the right expectation at the same time, right? So if you're thinking, oh, your focus is joy, then there really doesn't matter what is the result. I think that's the focus, the priority. Um, we need to adjust that.
Yeah, you need to enjoy the experience of it.
Yeah, enjoy the music, enjoy dancing, the movement, enjoy. I tell my friend and say, when you get into dance floor, whatever the practice, throw out the windows and just enjoy the experience that we look so beautiful, we feel so beautiful, dress up, make up, and then what I experience, and super grateful that we can do it.
Absolutely. And then whatever did not work, that means you just haven't practiced it enough. So if something didn't work on a competition as well as you would like it to, it's great because then you know exactly what you need to focus on and concentrate on. I almost feel like, you want to win and achieve something, and it's always like a final stage, like, like, okay, and now what? I won. And what's now? I mean, it feels good because you get a trophy or medal, but then the next day, it's almost like, well, what do I do now? So you have to treat every little dance experience, whether it's a competitive one or showcase one or whatever it is, as okay, this improved, but okay, that didn't work. Next, you go back, you work on that, and this is what will eventually get you to your goal.
Great. Thank you so, so much. That's really, really good. Now we're talking about there's so many events out there. I always enjoy New York Dance Festival. We will be there as a Everything Ballroom company, and as your organizer others for this event. Maybe you can share with people why people join and any new things for 2025 for New York Dance Festival.
I mean, New York Dance Festival is, we're very fortunate. It is, turning out, it has been a really great event. And I think really it's really great because of the attendance that we get from really really all over the world. We have great attendance by all the pro-am. The support has been overwhelming across all the styles, and I think I'm not the person really to ask this question because people choose this competition for a reason, so they probably have their reasons to join and to attend. So I don't think I'm the kind of person to ask like what makes your event good or different, because what we together with my partner Eugene Katzman, we have this event. What we try to create and is an event that we would like to dance ourselves. We would like to create in our mind, we always wanted to have a huge event in New York City because we grew up in New York City. It's a destination. It's like if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. And we wanted to make a dance competition that we ourselves would love to dance. So what would it feel for us as dancers? What is important for us? It's important that the music is amazing, that we get a really huge and diverse judging panel from all over the world, that competitors get a great vibe that it's about them, it's about the dancers themselves. We get the room packed because it's great to have an audience. It's great to have your friends in the audience, your family, so they can come and support. And New York is, everybody wants to be in New York. So for us, we always try to create an event that we felt we wanted to be part of. Why people come, I am not the one to ask because they are the ones at the end of the day who choose our event. And we're very flattered and we're very happy and we're very humbled. And all we ever wanted is to create an event that we ourselves would really love to participate in.
I'm telling you, this is the difference, right? It's already differentiate your event because you care and you true love of dancing, right? So I joined you guys for this event many, many years. And also, you really show your passion and I keep telling people love you guys because you're such a great person and humble. And even though you're so successful, and you're so approachable to all dancers. I think it make us feel home. when I dance there, and I feel welcome. And I'm just saying that from my personal opinions, right? So I'm hoping more people can experience it. New York City is great, so we can all come and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful events
Yeah.
that
And we
you
always
and
try to improve. So we're doing the gala on Wednesday evening. We do a gala, and what for us is gala? For us, gala people, we love to dance and we love good food. So we have an amazing chef, from the Hilton Hotel. We have live band. So it's great. You get to dance to live music. You get to mingle with your friends. You get to eat great fruit in New York City. Amazing. And we have like, as you know, we try to get the best vendors in so people get the best of the costumes and shoes. And we just want to make sure that at the end of the day, the environment is, for the dancers. It's all to make sure that people, want to be part of it, and we appreciate them being there. And what brings us all together is the joy of dance. We love doing, what we all do. And this year we will be, this will be, the schedule would be from Wednesday to Sunday, where we have the rhythm day on the Wednesday with the gala on Wednesday evening. Then we have the smooth day on the Thursday, and we'll have our ballroom. I believe our Latin day or ballroom. No, our ballroom day is on Friday. The Latin day is on the Saturday. And then we have all evenings packed with great dancing from professionals from all over the world. So it's just like a whole festival, of dance. So we're doing, like I said, we're there from morning to evening, and we want to be there. So we want to make sure that it's an event that we wouldn't want to miss. This is how we think about it. So that's pretty much
that's
all.
beautiful. Beautiful. We are very grateful that, Everything Ballroom is part of the vendors in there, and then super beautiful events. Always,
Thank
always
you.
enjoys, and I hope more people coming, and then especially the gala. I think for the people that not even competing, the gala is great, for you to join as well, right? So they can just, not
It's
need.
amazing because the food is amazing and you have live band. So we don't really get to dance to live music on the dance competitions, and it's a completely different feeling because it's like listening to music on your phone or going to a concert. I mean, it's completely different. So it's amazing that we're able to get the live band and you get to dance to live music and singing. So, and it's a nice way to spend an evening with your friends. And it's not a competitive environment, it's a very inviting environment where you get to mingle with people with the same passion. So, of course, a gala is always fantastic.
Beautiful, beautiful. So hopefully more people join that together with us. And at the end, I want to ask you at least, if you offer one advice for competitors, one final advice before we close for open for questions,
Mhm.
what would that be?
I mean, don't lose, sight of why you chose to do ballroom dancing to begin with, because there's a lot of like I said, people all do it for different reasons. And but that what initially brings you in is your own personal individual reason, and don't lose sight of that. Don't be so easily influenced by others, don't be persuaded, and don't ever, I guess this is the advice I want to give, don't ever let anyone tell you there's only one way of doing something. And this is the only way, because it is not. There's a million ways you can do the same thing, and you just have to find your way. You have to find the way that works for you. You have to find the teacher that works for you. You have to find the team that works for you. You have to find the style that works for you, the dress that works for you, the hair that works for you, the competition that works for you. There is no a formula that you just must do this and follow. Yeah, and if anybody ever tells you this is the only way, run.
Oh my God, you give me the goosebump. This is the best um advice, I think. because oh my goodness, that's I have so many friends that say stick with the teacher, stick with someone even though they don't feel right. So this is really, really important advice. Thank you.
My
That
pleasure.
I need to call it out greatly. So thank you so much for this amazing interviews. And now I'm open for questions for
Sure.
people that are on the Zoom or live. If you are going to have a question, please type in the questions. I don't know how that works, um, but I have Maria and Ellie behind it. And I know Ellie has a question. So do you want to unmute yourself and ask your question?
Hey Maria, how are you?
I'm
Uh,
good.
I'm glad that I can finally join. But I do have a question. So actually, my very first ballroom competition, I compete Latin. So, but and after that, I realized I couldn't because I have band legs. I couldn't straighten my legs. I tried. I thought I did, but the judges said that I didn't. My coaches, I didn't. So I changed to rhythm. And then when I go to the competition, I realized that rhythm has some more competitors. So do you think rhythm is easier, or why do you think that usually rhythm have more competitors than Latin?
I think it depends where you live and where you compete. I think rhythm has a much more social feel to it, so more people start with it. Yes. Um, I think in general, this thing with bent legs, straight legs, I mean, if you love Latin, wear pants. Nobody can see your legs, and fringe pants. And nobody's going to be complaining about your legs. I'm not sure why it is so, why International Latin has maybe less competitors than the rhythm. My feel is because also there's more dances, because within the rhythm, there's much more. There's also salsa, bachata, all of those things that belong also to the rhythm division. And there's just more variety of dances that you can do. And I also think that when you do American rhythm, you can social dance much more with people at the parties than international Latin. Like it's very difficult to social dance paso doble, but it's very easy to social dance mambo or salsa or something else or swing. So I think maybe that's why.
Don't you think that's technique wise, Latin is harder? I feel you need, I don't
I
know,
don't think that one style is more difficult than the other. I think all styles are extremely different, but
challenge. Yeah.
also very much similar. There's a lot of similar patterns. It just depends on what you love and what you like. Don't forget, international style also has traveling dances. It has pasodoble and samba. American rhythm has only stationary dances. I don't know if you ever thought about it. So it is much easier to be stationary with a partner than traveling with a partner, um, because of the what is required with the legs and everything. But smooth is amazing. Some people love smooth, some people like ballroom, some people like to be in hold for a long time, some people like to open. I don't think that we can really say one thing is more difficult than the other. I think across the board all the styles are very challenging. It just depends what suits you more, what you like to do more, what kind of music you like, what type of movement you like. But it's all equally challenging.
Great, great. So, okay, Ellie, you have another question?
Actually, is Trank. She is on YouTube Live. She have a question, and
Sure.
she said that she said that she will be attending NYDF, and then she will get a larger ballroom. Okay, so I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
When will NYDF get the larger ballroom that you keep
2026,
hearing
we're in
about?
the largest ballroom in New York. We are in the main ballroom from 2026, signed. Contract is
Wonderful.
signed. Yes.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
So the same venue, but larger ballroom
It's the
structure.
same venue, it's the same floor, but we have the biggest ballroom with balcony seatings and with everything. And if you are ever, well, if you're at New York Dance Festival and you want to take a peek, it's just to the right. And yeah, it's pretty much one of the biggest ballrooms in New York City from 2026.
Whoa, wonderful. This is great news.
Yes.
And then,
Awesome. Trent also like Trent said she loved you. And
I love her too.
great, great, great. Awesome. So any other questions? I think that's what we have right now. And thank you so much. And I want to announce our next speakers, and that is after holiday, and then it will be a big bang on January 3rd, Friday. And we have five guests to kick off 2025. It's amazing guests. Marianne Nicole, John DePoma, Martin Carlson, Shane and Shannon Jensen all together. We're going to have a party. And, please think about what you're going to ask them and send us questions. And please book your time. And we can't wait to kick off 2025 with wonderful guests. And thank you so, so much. And if you like what we're doing, give us thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much, Maria, for your time as well. Very
Thank you
grateful.
very much
Thank
for
you.
having me, and happy holidays to everyone. Enjoy your break, and then let's get back to dancing because New York Dance Festival is in February.
Thank you. I'm gonna see a lot of us. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good holiday. Bye.